Guys, how we doing today? I am really excited to share with you the first product that I have ever actually designed myself, or at least created the concept. You know, I definitely use the help of a skilled manufacturer to come up with the production of this item and the fine tuning of it. I'm going to be counting on you guys as well. But this is something I've had in my mind for a very long time, and I'm really glad that it's almost to the finish line now. We're not quite there, but it's close enough where I want to show you what it's all about, kind of gauge the market for it, so to speak, and just kind of give you the rundown really quick. At this point in time, I don't have pricing available. I don't have things like the exact warranty language figured out. I don't have the maximum tractor size figured out and dialed in just yet. So those are some of the last details I got to kind of sort through, but that information's coming soon. If you follow my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube feed, anything like that, you might have seen it before. I'm in the final prototype phase. I just got to kind of vet it out myself, and then I'm going to go to the next step, a small sample size of customers. You're going to get a discount off of the retail price in exchange for realizing this is maybe not a final production unit, but it's going to be a very well-built, suitable unit. There could be some design flaws. There could be areas of improvement. I want to see how it works with different applications, different machines, all that kind of stuff. I've had an overwhelming amount of interest in it. I am not going to be able to give you all a chance, unfortunately, in that small field trial, but I want to get through that and then get it into production. Now, if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button right underneath the video. Make sure you check out the other videos on my channel, and also read through that description underneath the video. You'll get helpful links to places where you can buy something like this stump bucket, pallet forks, John Deere tractors like this, dethatchers on the back, all sorts of cool stuff for tractor owners. Okay, so what you see here is a modular system, all right? So what you have mounted on the tractor right here, this is gonna be a pallet fork frame. Now, the design intent, part of what I still wanna prove out is that this little mount right here, this quick attach adapter, so to speak, will mount on pretty much any pallet fork system that's already out there in the market. So if you have a set of pallet forks from, not HLA maybe, but from Titan or from John Deere or from Lampride or whoever, that this could mount right onto there. The thought behind that is to save some weight, to save some cost, and then to also turn your pallet forks into more of a multi-purpose tool where you can do other things with that frame. So once you have those quick attach brackets right on your pallet fork frame, then you can put on a stump bucket, or you can even put on one of these. Right here, this is just a receiver, you know, can put on there in place of the stump bucket. Got the chain hook on there, all sorts of other stuff as well. But just some other options. I want to come out with other products as well that will also attach to this too. And you can see this stuff is lightweight. It's designed for smaller tractors, not the really big stuff out there. Maybe we'll make an HD version in the future, but this is geared for that kind of underserved subcompact and small compact market. So what you do, you take your pallet fork tines right off of there. You can see this slot right here. That's where you take off pallet fork tines. And then you're gonna put one of these on in the same manner. And you're gonna wanna put these notches here on the outside. You're gonna kind of keep them inside of the frame on the stump bucket, and then you'll be able to push them out. And then you're gonna have a little T-handle set screw here just to tighten it down on the top rail so it doesn't wanna slide around after it's in place. So a couple of the benefits why you might want a stump bucket like this is because, number one, a huge full-length bucket here doesn't really dig well in small areas, and you don't always want it to do that. It can be kind of a pain in the butt, and you're not going to get as much leverage if you have, you know, your whole 51, 53, 56, 61-inch bucket that's trying to dig at the same time versus just a point of concentration like this. Two, you might have just shallow jobs to do where a backhoe could come in really handy, but this is a heck of a lot cheaper. I haven't pinned down the price point yet. When it's available, it will be on my website, but this is a heck of a lot cheaper. We're talking factors cheaper than a backhoe. So if you have just shallow jobs to do, shallow trenching, this could be a really good solution for you. I've made videos before about pallet forks and why you should not use pallet forks as kind of a stump popper or stump bucket. And that's because pallet forks are typically over here, whatever it is, that load is off-centered. So you have a higher likelihood of tweaking your loader frame or bending your pallet forks or your tines, that kind of thing. With a stump bucket, on the other hand, the load is centered, right? You want to keep it right here in the middle so the load is spread out accordingly. You've got a connection point here, a connection point here, you know, on the top and the bottom as well. So just keeping everything equal and constant in those pressures. So at this point, all you want to do, I'm going to grab some linch pins and put them through here, secure it in place, and then tighten down these T-handled set screws. Otherwise, this is really going to want to kind of shift a little bit as you're using it. That's what I found in the first variation, the first generation of it. I haven't actually used this one yet, but I'm going to be putting it to work here in the next couple of days. Let's give you a few feature overviews here. So you can see we added these serrated edges here. These are actually pretty darn sharp right here, but we had a smooth edge on there before, but kind of like this, makes it a little bit more aggressive, not when you're pushing down in, but when you're ripping back out, whether it's going around a stump or a bush or roots, or if you're even just trenching, you kind of don't know what's going to be in the ground there. So you got that on both sides here. You're going to have a chain slot right here, okay? So you can put a chain right down in there and drag a log or drag whatever the heck you need to right in this groove here as well. Of course, you do have a grab handle, helps with moving this thing around too. And if you've ever seen stump buckets that are on the market, most of them are going to be gigantic, right? They're way out here, designed for really big tractors. Keep in mind, this is for a small tractor. You're not going to go digging, you know, a 4-foot deep hole or anything with this stump bucket here. It's made to make quick work out of saplings and small trees, shrubs. If you want to plant trees, you know, this is great just to pop it right out of the ground. You know, just a hole and just get it ready to go. Pick up small boulders, rocks in here, that kind of thing as well. You're going to see this is a replaceable cutting edge that's on here. We had thought about going with the backhoe style teeth. However, keep in mind, this is for small tractors, all right? I'm not looking to have this thing mangle up a tractor. If I'm going to have a sacrificial point on here, I would rather have it give at the cutting edge down here, something you can easily bolt on and replace down here versus getting into the frame of the stump bucket or even to the frame of the pallet forks. But keep in mind, there's going to be a limitation, right? We got to use a little bit of common sense here. This thing's not going to go ahead and really tackle those 24 to 30 inch stumps and bigger, that kind of thing. It's just not designed to do it. And maybe, sure, if you sat there and played around with it and dug around for, I don't even know how long, a long time, it could still get the job done. But this is designed for that smaller stuff. Just those headaches, you know, the boulder that's buried in your yard that's just always been a pain in the butt, the old stump that's decayed and dead, you know, the landscaping you want to rip out, that small trench that you want to dig out from your house to your shed. Even if you're just looking to put in a little bit of better drainage and just kind of have a trough that funnels away. You know, a lot of those kinds of projects there that it's just really handy. This is way better than a shovel and way cheaper than a backhoe. Give you a couple of dimensions here so we can see what we're working with, but front to back, just kind of to the base of it right here, 16 inches. It extends out 17 inches with the cutting edge there. Across width here on the front, get that for you at just over 10 inches, or I call it 10 inches nominal. Same thing on the back, it should be at 10 inches there. You will see up top, it's gonna widen out, kind of taper. You got 26 inches it's reading across, so 26 down to 10 up here, and you can see these serrations here all along here. These things are just wicked. So there could be some possible variations, okay? There could be kind of an HD version of this coming out. There could be a kind that comes out that has either a John Deere quick attach or a skid steer quick attach integrated frame. We're gonna kind of have to see where this goes. Again, I'm not really a manufacturer. This is the first product. This is just something I wanted to make, and I found he kind of found me a really high quality manufacturer who's got a like mindset, who loves tractors, who obviously is really good at fabricating equipment here, and we're just going to see where it goes. So you got to be patient with me. This is kind of just a work that's in the pipeline here, but I'm excited to see where it goes, and I appreciate all the feedback that I've had so far. Really quick now, keep in mind, we sell all sorts of attachments like what you see behind me here. Things filter in, they filter out. Depends on the season, what we're heavy on, what we're light on, but we get all sorts of stuff in and out here. I really like to kind of handpick and select the best values, the best features, just the best stuff. You know, that's what I kind of like. But anyway, check it out, goodworkstractors.com, get you more information there. And some of the stuff you can even buy manufacturer direct and even get a GWT discount. Or if you don't have that tractor yet, we can help you with a package like this bad boy right here, okay? You got the tractor, you got the forks, the bucket, the snow pusher, wheel weight, snow blower, all sorts of good stuff. We can put together a whole package, tractor, attachments, ship it out to you. This one's going from Michigan, where I'm located, out to Colorado. We ship them to California, we ship them to Maine, we ship them to Florida, coast to coast to international border. Well, I don't know if it shows, but I'm pretty darn excited about this product. Go easy on me. There's always room for improvement, okay? But you always have to balance those improvements with the costs associated too. You can't have it all, right? What's that triangle in business? You have price, you have quality, and you have time, right? So you can't have something at the lowest price, at the highest quality, and get it as fast as you want to. Something's got to give. So I'm more focused on quality and being feature rich. while also watching the price. I think the price is going to be perfectly reasonable, but there's always that sweet spot there of meshing everything to kind of just mold together and be the best product available. So whether that's a product I'm making myself or one I'm sourcing from another manufacturer, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. I appreciate you taking the time to stop by. If you like what you see here, consider hitting that subscribe button right underneath the video. Check out the other videos on the channel and read the description below. You might see some useful links down there where you can click on them and get more information about products that you see here. Well, until next time, stay safe. We'll see you soon.